What's up, everybody? My name is Parasite. Welcome back to the Jose Mourinho Challenge with Sporting. Today we have Atletico Madrid and Gladbach in the Champions League group stage, the last two matches of the group stage, and we still can finish anywhere in the group, from top to bottom. So these are two very big matches. Recently, I was hoping after that 6-0 demolition of Benfica, we'd really kick on and look very impressive, but we've been getting some good results, one pretty bad result, but the rest of the results have been good. Just the performances have still not been up to what I'm wanting from this team. So we start off after the Benfica demolition. We played Penafiel. This is the start of the disappointment. Quite a bit of rotation still, but Sesko played. Douglas Costa started. Abisher, Johannesson. So a lot of backups, but still, they're not good. They're, second division side, and they're 8th, so a mid-table second division side, and it took until the 80th minute for us to finally get a goal. Sesko scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. Make it look a little bit better than it was, but it's 80 minutes of frustration, which could not score. We then played Rio Ave, and again, our attackers could not score. It took 2 goals from set pieces by Gonzalo Inacio to get the win. And Joplina, I guess this team just loves getting sent off. It's obvious at this point. They just love a 2-footed lunge. So Joplina gets sent off in the 60th minute. They score a goal to come back into it, but we hold them out. They don't get the second goal. But the big disappointment was the loss to Shakhtar, where our defense was absolutely shambolic. Everyone played like garbage. Van de Voort especially. It basically could have been 10 on 11, because Van de Voort basically didn't play. He didn't do anything. He was terrible. Our defense in general was terrible. We still had the higher XG. They still only had 1.04 XG, but they scored 4 goals. Because, of course, Van de Voort's garbage. But even 3-4, it wasn't that close. We scored 2 goals in 4 minutes to make it look a little bit closer than it was, but we were garbage. We were absolutely terrible. So that was frustrating. We did come back with 2 wins, though, but one of them gets the second division club. But Belenenses first. The team that was pretty good last season. So a decent win there, but again, our attackers didn't score. Tabata did, but it was from a penalty, so not from open play. And Inacio, another corner goal. Our attackers have been awful, including Sesko. Other than the 2 goals he got against Penafiel, he's been awful for the rest of the games. Tomas has not done anything in the games he's played all season long. Then played Coimbra in the Taça de Portugal 4th round. They're not very good. We got a 3-0 win. Abisher with the brace. Pedro Mendes seems to be our best striker right now. He's scoring in every single game he's played. Of course, it's been against pretty bad teams, but still, he's actually looked good. Abisher with his best game for the club, I think. So, yeah, it's just so frustrating. It's such a weird season because we're getting the results, but the performances have been so subpar. Our attackers have been so bad recently. It's just awful. Other than this Shakhtar game where Gonzalez, Tabata, Joplina, I think, was another set piece, but we got 2 open play goals from forwards in this match. But the other ones, other than Penafiel, there were just 0 open play goals by forwards that are first team players. So Sesko really needs to start finishing again. He's really fallen off. Tomas he needs to show up. He's not showed up all season long. He needs to show up. Tabata needs to be a little bit more consistent. Nuno Santos has done absolutely nothing. He's been terrible. Pedro Gonçalves has started very slow. But fortunately, other players have stepped up and gotten goals in their place. But we need that today if that's going to happen. Because we do have Sesko up top. We have basically our first team. No one's injured. Everyone's fit. So, kind of the expected lineup. Nuno Santos starts because I don't really have much of other choice. His recent form's been decent. He actually has 4 goals. But I feel like they all came very early in the season. His season average rating is not very good. Literally the worst of the starters. So, not great. Gonçalves also down there, which is very not good, considering he was our best last year. To be under a 7 at the start of this season is absolutely awful. We need to be better today, though. It's Atletico Madrid. It is the home leg. We got the draw in the away leg, but they had us sending off pretty early, and they dominated us down a man. So, I'm not super optimistic. But, we kind of need a win. 2 wins, and we are top of the group. If we go look at the group. I'll look at the group real quick. Let's go competitions and look at the group. Okay, let me just go from the schedule. We are top right now, tied on points with Gladbach, but we have the advantage over them because we had the draw away from home. Sorry, oh no, we had the win away from home. That's right. No, we had the win at home. Next game was away from home. So yeah, we have the advantage because we have the win over them right now, but anything can change. Shakhtar are now in it because of their win over us. That was their first point of the group stage, so that's very frustrating. Atletico Madrid have actually not been great. They only have one win against Shakhtar, and it's only 1-0. And they've got a draw against Gladbach, a draw against us, and a loss against Gladbach. So this is anyone's group. I thought Atletico Madrid would kind of run away with it. They've been pretty poor. But they could make a statement today, and they could still get top of the group. They need Shakhtar to do something against Gladbach. But, yeah, it's going to be tough. We're going to have to play very well if we're going to win this group. We're going to play well if we're going to get through this group and in the knockouts of the Champions League. And everything could go wrong. We could get out of Europe completely with 2 losses. So, yeah, we need to show up right now. A win here could take us into the first knockout round. Let's make sure we do our bit. I'm glad other players have been stepping up and helping us score goals, but we can't be so reliant on set pieces. We need to be much better from open play. How do you approach this match with both teams in good form ahead of kickoff? They're a very good team in excellent form. We're going to have to work very, very hard to get something here. Sporting were impressed last time against Academia Coimbra. How do you carry that form to this match? I mean, it's a second division club, but it's all about momentum. The more we can put these sorts of performances together, the better. Our hopeful performance today. I think we've had a good build-up to this match, and we look primed to perform. I'm not that confident. I'm not as confident as that might have sounded. We need Sesko to show up. He started the season very well. He's really cooled off recently. We need him to step up again and score a few goals. Because we can't be so reliant on Inacio scoring all of our goals for us, or penalties scoring all of our goals for us. That is a terrible ball forward. I actually need to make some changes too. Because we have Sesko up top. We need to change some of our corners because he is very good in the air. So I'm going to put him as on the far post on defending corners. And in the attack, most importantly, he needs to go be the main man to target. I think this lurking at near post gets most of the looks from these corners. They seem to, at least, because Inacio's always been there, and he's scored almost all of our corners. So I'm going to put Sesko there, though. And Inacio can attack the near post. Sesko's he's 6'5", really good aerial ability. I want to target him. He's should be our best threat from the air. Inacio's been good in scoring goals from set pieces, but I mean the numbers say Sesko's better. So even though I said I want to score more from set pieces or from open play, we might need some set pieces against a team the quality of Atletico Madrid, as they nearly score a banger. Luckily that didn't go in, because that's the worst way to score against a good team is for them to score absolute worldy. They're going to score, make them earn it. A change I have made since that last sending off, I've stopped getting stuck in against the weaker teams. I'm still going to do it. I don't know if he's on or not. That's close. I'm still going to do it against the likes of Atletico Madrid and those good teams in the Champions League and Benfica and Porto. I'll still do it against them, but yes, let's go. Goals awarded. And it's Sesko in the air. I don't know why no one's marking Pedro Gonzalez. Easy cross in. Sesko, good header. But yeah, it just seems to be hurting us more than it's helping us against smaller teams. Like, our propensity for getting sent off caused us to, drop some points in games we should be winning because we were down a man for almost the entire game. Because if they do get sent off, they want to do it as early as possible, apparently. Gladbach have taken the lead against Shakhtar. I don't know if that's good or not. I mean, Shakhtar is pretty much out of it then. That helps us in making sure we finish top 3. But one shot on target from 7 attempts. At least that one shot went in. But still, again, we're just not very good at putting our shots on target. It seems to be so random with this team. Sometimes they're very good, but a lot of the times it's just awful like this. But 1-0 lead, now we just need to hold on. I don't care if we don't get any more shots on target, because 1-0, that's fine by me. Hold on to this lead in the second half. You're doing well. Keep working hard until full time. I was impressed with what we did defensively out there, but we're going to have to work just as hard, if not harder, in this second half. They're going to be pushing to get a goal. Offensively, we need to get more shots on target. It's not been good enough. I'm glad that you scored the chance you were given, but we need to get more shots on target. We need to be testing their goalkeeper. We could still need to score more. First highlight of the second half comes almost instantaneously. 46th minute. It's going to start with us. Aguilar down this right-hand side. Nuno Santos. Nice ball into Pedro Gonzalez. Goes for a chip, but puts too much behind it. That was there. The chance was there. He just put too much behind that chip and it sailed over the bar. I'd like to see a little bit better there. I mean, still, 12 shots, only one on target. Not a single shot on target this entire second half. Things have not changed so far, and that's not good to see. We need to be better in front of goal. Obviously, if we can just defend, which we barely have done, their shot goes off the crossbar. If we can just defend, we're going to get the win, but I don't want to trust we're just going to defend against an attacking Atletico Madrid side. That is why you put Sesko at the near post. That is why you target Benjamin Sesko, because he's a monster in the air, and he can score goals like that. 2-headed goals for Benjamin Sesko. I called for him to step up, and he has done it so far. Not the most flashy of goals, just crosses into the box, he heads in, but that's what he brings that Tomas doesn't. That aerial ability, and it's very good to have. Team is actually pretty fit. I rested all of them for the last match, considering it was against a second division side in the Cup. So I felt like I could rest him, and I knew I had this game coming up. But Johannesson, 7 points. He's been good. I was worried he might be a liability defensively, but he's just been straight up good. Caceres, I still think I need to replace him. He's not really been that good this season. Nacio not having the best game, but I'm going to keep going with the guys that are out there. They've done well to start this game. Defensively, attacking-wise for Atletico Madrid, they've done basically nothing. So that's very good to see. There is a highlight in the 77th minute. It's going to start with us again. A throw-in down this left-hand side. Bergman Johannesson up to Sesko. The really good thing about Bergman Johannesson at left back is he's such a good passer. You feel very comfortable with him on the ball. And I think, key passes from the fullback positions is something we've kind of lacked last season. So I think, that is a dangerous slide in, but Saul gets past. I think he's playing left wing back. He played that earlier this season. I think he's doing it again. That's kind of weird, but, whatever. He's playing left wing back. About 10 minutes left with added time. Sesko should win that, and he does eventually fall to Pedro Gonçalves. Sesko holding up the ball. Tabata is going to be a tough angle, but he gets the shot in the back of the net. Good finish. Good to see, because Tabata kind of needs to be a goal scorer for us. He did pretty decent in front of goal last season. But with Pedro Gonçalves not really firing on all cylinders in front of goal, Sesko's been pretty good, but a little inconsistent recently. We definitely need our wingers to step up. We're getting basically nothing from Nuno Santos. So, Tabata needs to step up. He's been almost as good as he was last season. He started this season a little slow, but recently he's got up and played pretty well. I'm going to bring in Absher. He had that really good game last week, or a couple days ago. And Pedro Gonçalves has had a good game, but he's pretty tired. He always gets tired pretty quickly. I don't know if he just works a lot or if he just doesn't have good fitness. But he's going to come out. Sesko's on a hat trick, so I don't really want to take him out, especially if they score. I think we have a 3-goal advantage. We should be good. Do I take Sesko? I'm going to take Sesko out. I don't want to risk him getting injured. He's our best goal scorer right now. Even though he's on a hat trick, sorry, but you're coming out. Almost another immediate highlight. 80th minute, like a couple seconds have passed, and we start with the ball again. Throw it from this right-hand side. Gets into Abisher, back to Polina. Over to the left to Bergman Johannesson. Like I said, I feel very comfortable with him on the ball, so I'm actually pretty happy with the signing. I wasn't sure what to expect. Tomas, please. Yeah, that's what we've seen for Tomas all year. He gets the one-on-one opportunities. He just hits them either directly at the goalkeeper or 30 yards wide. One sub left to make. So you've got some tired players out there. Both wings. Bergman Johannesson's pretty tired. I think I might take off Tabata. He's probably the most important player currently on the pitch. I don't really have another winger that's stepped up the past 2 seasons. I feel okay if Vinagre has to play, so I think I'm going to risk Bergman Johannesson. And midfielders are pretty decent for fitness, as are defenders. So Tabata's going to come out. I'm going to move Santos onto this left-hand side and bring on Kolo Muani. Yeah, let's do that. Should be able to see this game out. A very good win. 3-0 and a very good performance. That's very good to see. I was not sure what to expect, especially with our recent form. But our forwards stepped up. Sesko, Tabata, even Pedro Gonçalves had a decent game. Tomas is going to miss another one. It's just obvious at this point. He is just off this season. He cannot hit the target. He's been incapable of hitting the target. Fortunately, Sesko's been doing the job. I'm very glad I brought him in. I think this transfer window is a lot better than it could have been because Bergman Johannesson's played so well and Sesko's played so well. So I was worried going into this season, but some players have stepped up, and that's good to see. Some new players stepped up. Looks like it's going to be 3-0, though. Probably just going to dribble this one out. They don't have any time left, and there's the whistle. A 3-0 home win against Atletico Madrid. Now we just need, I think, a win or draw against Gladbach. Because we won, a win or draw against Gladbach. And we are top of the group. I'm pretty sure that's the case. I'm not good with math, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. You all did the job I asked of you. Well done. I'm a very happy manager tonight. I'm proud of how you fought in that second half. You kept strong defensively, and you took your opportunities when they were given to you. Well done. That was a really impressive performance, even considering your recent form, right? When you have everyone doing what's asked of them, helping each other out, and doing the dirty work, it's easy. We deserve this. Morale seems really high right now. How far can it take you? If we can build on these good times, I'll be very happy. Good morale is so important. That has to be a satisfying win for you. We executed the game plan to perfection. I'm delighted with their performance. Absolutely delighted. 3-0. Had a couple very good wins in the past couple of months. This win and the win against Benfica. Just fantastic. 2 clean sheets. Scored a fair few goals. We're still tied on points with Gladbach. They got the win over Shakhtar. So, the game next time up will determine who tops the group. We are both guaranteed to get through. So we are guaranteed with that win to get knockout Champions League football. It just depends on the seed. A win or a draw, we're the first seed. We can only lose to lose that first seed. So, you got to give us favorites. Gladbach are at home, but I don't know, we've played really well. We've got a very good win against Atletico Madrid. We should be coming off some good morale. Yeah, let's keep it going. Benjamin Sesko player of the match with his 2 goals. He didn't score Messi-esque goals, but he used his physical advantage and got the 2-headed goals for us. So very happy with that. Praise him for that performance. We've got a game in between against Astor Praia, so I can definitely rotate for that match. They're currently 15th. They didn't do well last season. I think they were just above the relegation zone. And it is at home as well, so definitely going to rest a lot of players for that match and go full strength for Gladbach. Win or draw, and we top the group. I never would have expected that coming in. I definitely wouldn't have expected that Atletico Madrid would be knocked out of the Champions League. So this has been a crazy group. Now I just want us to top it. And we are back for the match against Gladbach that will determine who finishes top of the Champions League group. I was hoping after this Atletico Madrid match we'd carry on some of that form. It didn't really happen after the Benfica match, but it happened after this one. I did a lot of rotation, and we still smashed Praia, who aren't good, and it was at home, but that isn't a guaranteed with the way our form has been really for most of this season. But a 4-0 win, Ugarte getting his goal in the 3rd minute, Tomas finally stepping up and getting some goals. Actually gets a brace. So that is awesome to see. And then Segovia gets a goal. So, of the starters, the only ones that were out there were Nuno Santos and Caceres, and I substituted them off pretty quickly because we had a pretty comfortable lead pretty early. 3-0 after 33 minutes. So, other than that, it was all backups. And they did well, other than Van der Voort, of course, but they did well. Everyone stepped up and played well, so that was very good to see. And now the starters are going to be back against Gladbach. That win against Praia, actually, with a draw for Benfica, means we are top of the table with a game in hand over Benfica. 1 point ahead, better goal difference. And another big thing that happened, in the Taça de Portugal, Benfica lost. They lost to Tondela, 0-0, lost on a penalty shootout in the 4th round. I believe they're a 2nd division club. They are. Benfica lost to a 2nd division club, so they are out of the Taça de Portugal. The team that knocked us out last year is out. Porto's still in, but that is big. That is big. One big team down. Now we need somebody to pull an upset over Porto, and we are golden. But, because we definitely need to win that competition. But I am going, I think, the exact same squad that played against Atletico Madrid. Why not? They played fantastically well. Yeah, same squad. Everyone you'd expect. No injuries, so everyone's fit. Same bench. We're ready to go. And I hope we're ready for another good performance, because I really want to top this group now. We've been on a good run lately, so go out there and impress me. I want you to play like you did against Atletico Madrid. Do not take Gladbach easy. They got the same results against Atletico Madrid that we did. They are a very good team, and we're going to have to play very well if we're going to get the win and top this group. And I know we all want to do that, don't we? Do you think the first goal here would be crucial? We like to play with positivity, make sure we're giving ourselves the best chance of a win. Benjamin Sesko has been in good form of late and starts again today. How happy have you been with this form? I think we can all be excited about the way he's been playing. He's a must start right now. Why have you not picked Michel Abisher today? He's been in good form recently. Uh, Everyone in this squad deserves to play. I have to give them all the chance to impress. Also, Pedro Gonçalves is a very good player. So they've got a pretty good squad. Galeno at left wing, a former Braga player, I think it was. So pretty good player there that knows the division, knows us. So we have to be ready for this match. The first game against them at home wasn't comfortable. They played us pretty well. We kind of lucked into the win. We're going to need to be better in this match. Away from home, they're going to really want it. They want to top this group as much as we do. We're going to have to come out the blocks firing. We're going to have to get good contributions from Sesko and our other attackers like we did last time against Atletico Madrid. And maybe, a few other players stepping up like they have recently for us. We do lose the goal kick. Galeno gets it. And Caceres gets it. I was worried. When the ball gets tackled through like that, you always think it's going to be their player getting on the end of it and being through on goal. But we get the ball. Sesko holding up pretty well. It's something he's able to do pretty well with his physical ability. He's a decent passer too. Much better than Tomas. So he's just an all-around better player because of what he brings with his physical ability. And I keep forgetting, big match, I want to get stuck in. I took it off for all the smaller matches, but I want to get stuck in for this match. And I think I might just set this permanently now because Sesko's become the starter, that he gets placed on these set pieces. And on the attack, we got to aim for Sesko. He got a goal last time we played him. In this formation, in these positions. So I want to aim for him again. I definitely want to see if I can get Sesko as many goals as possible, especially because he's got so much potential that, a lot of goals can only help him, quicken his development. And we'd love to see that because he's on a pretty good long deal here. Pedro Gonçalves goes for the chip again. He's not good at chips. He is just straight up not good at chips. Last game, just completely put it 5 yards over. This one, he hits the crossbar at least, but still, there was an opportunity there to put that in the back of the net. He still can't quite do it. He's just been a little bit off all season long. Sesko, that's another good thing about having Sesko. You can win those long goal kicks. And again, hold up the ball. Play it all the way back to the center backs. Go back to Nunez. I like the way we play. I think I do want to focus a little bit on counterattacks, but also our build-up's been pretty decent as well. Nuno Santos, after the tackle by Gladbach, goes back all the way back to Aguilar, back to Nuno Santos, Mateus Nunez. Pedro Gonçalves has been very involved in this match so far, so that's good to see. He's not the best passer in the world, but just to see him getting involved in the play and holding up the ball, getting a chance maybe on goal. Mateus Nunez, a rare long shot from Mateus Nunez and a rare one on target. Goalkeeper makes a good save, but probably a save he should be making. Ignacio actually gets on the end of this one and he heads it just over the bar. I think that keeper actually got a touch to that. He did. So another another corner for us. Tabata again going to the back post this time. Ignacio again getting on the end of it, but the keeper again making a save. And then I believe it was Sesko hitting the side netting. We've been good so far. 6 shots, 4 on target. They have a chance now from a set piece though. Bergman Johannesson, all 6'2" of them. Another really good thing he brings over Nuno Mendes, especially. They should have scored that. But over Nuno Mendes, he has the size that Nuno Mendes doesn't. So, brings something else that Nuno Mendes doesn't. Nuno Mendes is a better all-around player, obviously, but nice to see him have a good impact in this team. But they definitely should have scored that chance. Galeno with a pretty bad miss. Basically an open goal, and he heads it, over the top of the crossbar. Got to be scoring that, especially in such a big match. I mean, they've kind of come into it the last couple of minutes. Towards the end of this first half, they still only have 1 shot on target, but they've dominated possession. But our chances have been pretty good. We've had almost 1 XG. They barely have any. We still win this group with a draw, so can't be too unhappy with how that first half went. Just need to be a little bit more clinical in front of goal. The scoreline doesn't reflect the pattern of the game or the number of chances we've created. So keep going, and we'll get there eventually. I'm happy with how you've played in that first half, but Gladbach are really going to be pushing for it the second half. They know a draw is not good enough. So we need to stay strong defensively, and we need to be a little bit better at taking our chances. First highlight of the second half is with Gladbach, and it starts in the 54th minute, and they're going to get a goal. A save from Van de Voort falls directly to Udukai, and they are currently top of the group. Unacceptable. They've barely had a look for most of this game. That's probably their second shot on target, first of this half, and it goes in after the save. So frustrating. Got to go for it. They're going to be sitting back now. They've got the lead. They've got the advantage. They're just going to hold on for all they've got. So we have to go for this. Santos is going to go on attack. I'm going to go attacking. I know it might be a little bit early, 54th minute, but we need to just go for it. I kind of made the mistake before of waiting too late to start going for it and not giving us enough time to create some decent chances. So I'm just going to go for it all right now. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? They score more goals? We need to get into this. We have to score, so we got to push for it. We definitely need Sesko, who's had an okay game, to show up. I mean, Santos has been absolutely dreadful. He is just a terrible player. Actually, it looks like Van Voort didn't make the save. It looks like he hit the post. I thought he got it, but it went past him. Nuno Santos, 6.1 now. He's going to, after he takes this free kick, he's probably going to come off. We don't quite get the luck they did. The shot gets cleared off the line eventually, but all right, Nuno Santos has come off the pitch. He's absolutely garbage. I kind of wish I had Vinagre on the bench right now because I'd actually put Bergman Johannesson on the wing and bring Vinagre in because I trust him a little bit more than Douglas Costa, who's done basically nothing for us his entire time here. I am going to bring on Costa, though, because I don't have that option. So I could bring on Tomas on the right wing. He can play there. Do I do that? I mean, Douglas Costa's literally done nothing. So why not? Tomas on the right wing as a winger attack. I played him once here before, and he didn't do anything, but he's an attacker. He can score goals. I don't think Douglas Costa can, and Nuno Santos, this might be his last season here. He's been god-awful for us all these 2 years. I mean, we have to say we've been pretty freaking unlucky. 13 shots to 9, 8 shots on target to 3, 1.5 XG to 0.6, and they have the lead. I mean, we have to take our chances. I figured they would eventually. They're good enough to be able to eventually take their chance. We just have to freaking take our chances. We did it against Atletico Madrid. We have not done it today. And that's been a problem for us all season. Pedro Gonçalves, he does have a 6.9. He's very tired, but no one else on the bench is going to be as good of a goal threat as he is, so he's going to stay on. Inaccio's been terrible yet again. Van de Voort, surprise, surprise, awful. I mean, I don't really have game changers on the bench. Ugarte has decent, finishing, 13 finishing, 12 long shots. But Paulinho brings that aerial threat, even though he hasn't shown it at all since I've been here. So I am going to bring on Ugarte. A little bit better suited for that box-to-box midfielder. Otherwise, I think I'm going to keep going with what we've got. We've got the best players I think we can on the pitch that can score goals. No one else is going to come on and make a difference. Maybe Escaio for Aguilar. It might be a late change we make, but still got a decent amount of time left. We just need to be more clinical. We need to score some goals. We need to score at least one goal. One goal, and we go top of the group again. Pedro Gonçalves with the ball in. Inacio at the back post, but he hits the post. You got to be scoring that. Those are the chances you have to take. Time is running out. 10 minutes left. Van de Voort on a 6.4. Good Lord, we need to replace him. He is not good. I can't really go more attacking. Like, literally, what can I do? Everyone's on attack. Aguilar would be on attack because he's on automatic. And we're on attacking mentality, so he's on attack. The only thing I can do is change both him and Bergman Johannesson to be complete wingbacks. Get him even further forward. I shouldn't be doing low crosses. I need to switch out the floated. What do I do? I think I'm going to try this. Go with both Sesko and Tomas up top. Maybe not Poacher. Poacher might not be the best role. We'll go double advance forward. And I'm considering putting Nunez out on the wing. He's actually played well, though. What do I do here? I thought of bringing on a winger and just going with the one central midfielder and just packing the forward areas. Bring on Douglas Costa, but Mateus Nunez has played well. Ugarte has just come on, so I don't really want to take him off. Nunez is literally the best performing player on the pitch for us, so I can't really take him off. I'm going to move Aguilar to wing back just so he gets a little bit more forward, just so he can take up this wing a little bit more, give us more of a threat down that wing, and literally I don't think I can make any other changes. I don't think anyone else coming on this pitch makes a positive difference. Douglas Costa, he's just not proven anything all year, even though Tabata's on a yellow and has not played well. Inaccio's been absolutely dreadful, but Segovia's not as good as an aerial threat, and Inacio has scored goals for us that no other center back really has. So, I mean, what's Aguilar on 6.7. It's either going to be Escayo for Aguilar or Douglas Costa for Tabata. One of those two, because I feel like I need to make a change. And I think it's going to be Douglas Costa. He's going to come on. He got a fair number of assists to start last season, so we know he can do it. And, Tabata, not very fit at all. Aguilar still got a little bit of fitness left. So I'm going to go with that. Aguilar, much better attacking last year, too, in terms of the data hub, what we saw from the data hub from him, compared to Escayo especially. I guess very attacking. I don't really want to go any more direct than this. I don't really want to be more expressive. Take long kicks. Let's aim for Sesko. Push up the line, offside trap. All right, we got 10 minutes. We need a freaking goal. This might be the last highlight. It's a corner. Mateus Nunes to the back post. That might be a pin. Oh, baby. We took Tabata off, too. That kind of sucks. He's our penalty taker. But that's usually given. A shove at the back post, and a penalty has been awarded. Who's taking this? Oh, I am not confident. Douglas Costa over the penalty. We get the goal. All right. Back to defensive. Unfortunately, Tomas can't play deeper, I'm pretty sure. Actually, he can. That's kind of surprising. So, let's go back to the tactic. We're going to go back to what we started this game out with. 2 defensive midfielders. Nunez is going to go on defend. You're going to go on support. And Sesko up top by himself. They're going to go to fullback defend. I'm just going to go straight to defend. I'm not going to go lower line. Definitely not going to go very attacking. I'm not going to go lower line just because I don't really want to give them all that space. I think Shadow Striker is still fine for Gonzalez. He still works hard in this position, so in this role. So I think we're going to go with that, and we're going to change some of these. Don't be more expressive. Probably going to stop running a defense. I still think I want to go with our standard higher tempo. We don't play low tempo. We don't hold on to the ball. It's just not something we can do. So I'm not even going to try to do it. I'm going to stop taking long kicks. If I just click it more okay. I don't want to distribute to anyone in particular. I don't want to distribute quickly. I still want to counter because if we can score a goal, we can put this away right then and there. Drop the line back a couple touches. Don't want to prevent short goalkeeper distribution because I want them to play it short. I want them to waste time as much as they can. That's something I also should be doing, is wasting time. We can do that. I still want to get stuck in. Still want to press high and often. All right. We've got our advantage back. We are back to top of the group. Now we just need to hold on for 4 minutes. Hopefully we can do it. They've not done a whole lot this match. We deserve to have this draw, at the very least. What is going on? Did it go to full match? It did go to full match. So annoying. This should go all the way up here. Everyone else is good. Yeah, we've pretty much destroyed them. We probably deserve to win this match. They are lucky to be in it. Let's tell the team to focus. They have pushed on to try to get their goal. But it looks like we might be topping the group. When this group was first drawn, I didn't think it was possible. I thought Atletico Madrid would comfortably win the group. Even though there were a lot of good teams in here, I still felt they were the much better team. But they don't even qualify from the group. They finished third. They are in the Europa League. And us and Gladbach make it through. We go through top of our group. We won the Europa Conference League last year. I was not sure what to expect this year with our team getting quite a bit weaker with losing Nuno Mendes and losing Adan. And Adan has definitely been a loss because Van der Voort has not been good. Bergman Johansson has been surprising, though. I think he's filled Nuno Mendes' spot valiantly. So I'm happy with what we got from him. Obviously, Sesko didn't perform today, but he's been a great player for us this season. Some good impacts from the new signings. So it's good to see. A 1-1 draw. We should have won it. That's a little disappointing. 3 XG almost. They had 0.8. We definitely should have won it, but at the end, we finally got our goal. It took a penalty, but, I mean, I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. We're through top. That's a great result. That's a great thing. I never would expect it when this group was drawn. I'm very happy with that. Now we just need to see if we can win a knockout game. We might not have got the result we ultimately wanted, but you should all be happy. If we continue to create chances like that, more often than not, we will do well. You should be proud of yourselves, though. It's a great accomplishment to finish top of your Champions League group, especially the group we were drawn. I'm very happy with all of you, but we do still need to be better. If you continue to be so inconsistent in front of goal, if you continue to not put away the chances you're given, you will get matches like that. Matches you should be winning that you don't. And eventually, you won't get that 90th minute penalty. You will lose. We need to be better, and I know you can do it. Let's push on from here. Douglas Costa was the savior for your side there, grabbing a dramatic late equalizer. It must have been a massive relief for you to see that one go in. We definitely deserve to get something from the game, so I'm delighted. Why did you persist with Gonzalo Inacio when it was clear for all to see, particularly the fans, that he wasn't up to today? I saw heart, passion, and desire every second he was on the field. Those attributes always make it tough to substitute the player. He's one of our best players. I can't substitute him, especially when I don't think I have a good option, and I don't think Segovia is a good option. If we do bring in another good center back, maybe Caceres comes off the bench for him, but right then it just didn't make sense to sub him out. But we ultimately finished top of the group. I'd take it. I'll take that. Over Gladbach, kind of surprising, but we do finish top. Hopefully that means we get an easier draw. It doesn't always happen, but hopefully that's the case. After a decent result, that's not a great thing to see. 4 important players, 2 wingers especially, all are going to be suspended for the first leg of the knockouts. We really need to get a comfortable knockout now, because without Inacio, Tabata, Santos, and Aguilar, I think Aguilar we can definitely be fine. Escayo's an okay replacement, even though he's actually had a pretty poor season. But both wingers is tough when we don't really have anyone else we trust on the wings. And Inacio, I mean, he's obviously our best center back, and we don't have great depth there, so that's going to be a miss. But we've got I think the rest of the group stage matches occur tomorrow, so I'm going to sim forward a little bit, do this press conference, and we'll see who gets through their groups, and see if it's going to be drawn before. It should be drawn for our next match, so if it does, we'll get there, and we'll see the group stage, or the knockout draw. So I'll see you in a few. The first knockout round will actually be drawn on the 18th, so a little over a week, so we're not going to see that draw today, but we will see who all's going through and what position they're going through at. All the groups have been done, and PSG have topped their group over Barcelona, so that's a very tough 2 seed that we could possibly get. Zenit and Fiorentina lose out. Man United top what can only be said is an extremely easy group that they should win every day of the week. Ajax also unsurprisingly finished second. Dortmund actually topped their group over Man City in a pretty tough group. Benfica finished 4th. I mean, that's a tough group to get if you're Benfica, but yeah, I mean, that's probably tougher than ours because Man City and Dortmund are both really good. Monaco, no slouch. So City, another tough team we could get. Obviously, we won our group. Atletico Madrid finished 3rd, go to the Europa League. Okay, we might not be getting an easy draw. Looking at all these, there's probably 2 quote-unquote easy draws, and one of them is probably the only one that's actually easy. Liverpool win their group. Real Madrid 2nd. Lyon get Europa League football. No massive surprises there. Liverpool and Real Madrid on the same points. But head-to-head, I'm assuming, they won and lost. They beat Real Madrid 3-1 compared to a 1-0 loss. So Liverpool get through, top of the group. Bayern Munich top the group over Inter. No big surprise there. Valencia 3rd. Lazio over Arsenal. Again, probably not a major surprise. Wolfsburg 3rd. The big surprise, Porto miss out because of Rangers. And it was actually a Rangers win over Juventus in the last game that qualified them 2nd from the group. Only 2 wins. They actually lost and drew to Porto, and they still finished 2nd above them. Rangers are a little lucky to get out of that group, but that is the group. That is the team I want. Obviously, I want Rangers. We can do very well against Rangers. Porto go to the Europa League, though, so out of all the teams from Portugal that are in the Champions League, we are the only ones still in the Champions League. Porto go to the Europa League, and Benfica are out. That could be a little tough for us in the league because they have obviously one less competition to deal with. They're only big, and they're out of the cup as well, so they literally only care about the league from here on. So that could be tough for us, but hopefully we can get in a few rounds. Hopefully we get Rangers. I'm gonna say hopefully get an easy draw. It's basically just Rangers. Ajax, pretty similar team to us, so that would be easy, but that'd be the second easiest, obviously. Barcelona, City, Real Madrid, Inter, Arsenal. Arsenal, maybe we could get through, but the other ones, that'd be extremely tough. So we'll see the draw later, though. It might be when I come back. I don't know. It depends on when it gets drawn for. So we'll see. If that's not going to be the case, then it'll... Actually, I doubt it'll actually be before these two Porto matches. So I do think I'm going to come back for these two matches against Porto, both in the league. Part of minutes in between, but these are going to be two big matches, especially with Benfica having no other competitions to compete in. We need to beat Porto if we're going to have a good chance of winning this league again. So, two big matches coming up in the league. We'll be back for those. The Champions League knockouts, probably somewhere in January. Hopefully we can do some business in January, because we still need a goalkeeper desperately. We still need a center back pretty desperately. Still kind of need a third winger option pretty desperately. Kind of the same things we needed coming into this season, but hopefully some players will be available. I've had a little look at the transfer market. Not a lot, but I don't know. Things can change, especially when you get close to the transfer window. So hopefully we got some options in January. But that's been a good start to this season. Only one loss, and that's to Shakhtar, which is kind of disappointing. But no losses in the league. Through to the next round of the Taça de Portugal, and we actually got Portimonense in there. That's the matchup between the two Porto matches. So that won't be easy, but Portimonense, not a great team in the league. Where are they at currently? If I can find them. Okay, they are. Oh, they're actually third. Good lord. Okay, so they weren't good last year. They're like 15th or something. They're currently third, so that's not going to be easy either. Okay, I still think I need to show Porto match, though. That's obviously a pretty big match, so we need to win the Taça de Portugal. But Porto in the league, there's only one other match as big, and that's the Benfica match. And that's coming towards the end of the season here, again in March. So, I'll see you for Porto. That's going to be the end of this episode. If you made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials and my Twitch are in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.